Okay, so I'm going through the flight record here of the Kalalau Lookout in Canyon. So I took off, pretty straightforward there, made sure it was in good shape, held and steady, and then I went ahead and dove off into the canyon. So you're going to see as I fast forward this, I went pretty low. I want to say, over 200 meters or so. That's over 600 feet, so pretty low. That's one of the reasons I had to use the DJI Go app instead of autopilot, which I would have preferred to have used. But I also learned some things along the way. So as it's flying out there, I mean, this is nowhere near my max distance, so I wasn't concerned there. I knew it was windy, gusty. I had all that information, so I had a good handle on that. Let's see here. So as I'm getting closer to the ocean, which was really my goal, to get to the ocean and then come back. Right as I'm going to slow it down, right as I was getting there, I had some people come up to me to ask some questions. They saw the controller, and so at this time I went in to go home, and I just kind of let it, go while I had a conversation with them. At some point, though. I realized that I had a negative elevation, and so it was going to shoot up to my typical return to home position. And then I aborted it, put it in the GPS mode, and then started to get my bearings. I had a video lag and loss there due to my alignment. So I realigned the transmitter and then got it in position, and then I started flying it back. But I lost probably almost 10% of the battery power. Then I tried to put it in home lock and realized that, well, home lock doesn't work when you've got a low power mode, which, whatever. The FC40 never had that issue. So another one of those fun DJI features, and why that is, I don't know. But anyway, so here I am trying to come back. I put it in the ATI mode so that I could go faster. But because I had a slight crosswind, I noticed I kept getting off a pace, and at the end of the day, even though I could get up to 18 meters per second, as soon as I hit wind, based on my elevation, I was up to 70 meters, which I realized the wind was higher up there. I eventually put it back into GPS mode so that I would remain on course and at least could focus then on, because my speed wasn't any better once I hit this tremendous headwind as I got closer in. So then I could at least stay on course and focus then on the trying to get the drone back. So I did have a couple places where it would speed up. I guess a lack of wind. I thought I had an elevation around 20 meters where I was in pretty good shape. Then all of a sudden, somehow I just hit a wall of wind, and I knew it was gone then. So I was down in the single-digit speeds, and around 20% or so, I was still over 1,000 meters out, and I knew it just wasn't going to happen. So it started landing. I thought I maybe could coast it in, but not at that distance. So one interesting thing is right before it did cut out, I noticed around 11% it said something like a critical low battery or over temp error or some sort, and it showed the voltage at 0. It was still flying, but it showed the voltage at 0, which was really weird. And then a few minutes later it just cut out. So lesson learned. I'll try to do another take tomorrow or in a couple days when I get a new bird. I just won't go out as far, and I'll still try to capture all the beauty.